All right, hello everyone. I'm Mark Hackle, Macomb County Executive. Leo is our superintendent of our road maintenance crew here in the county. And we just want to, kick off this National Awareness Safety Zone Week here coming up next week. But here in Macomb County, we kind of wanted to get ahead of it. And I say that because we were getting ahead of the schedule. I think construction season started a bit early for many counties around the state, particularly here in Macomb County. We happen to be at one of our main projects, which is out here on Mound Road. An Innovate Mound Road project, $217 million project. It's going to be completely transformative. But what we're trying to do here today is, as we do many years, is get people aware of the safety aspects of our road construction workers. And it's the crews that are out here, that are contractors doing the work, but also our road crews. And when I say our road crews, we're talking about MDOT workers, we're talking about county road workers and local road workers that are out there trying to take care of the problems we're seeing. In Macomb County, we have an aggressive schedule. We're going to have about $80 million is going to be spent on road projects in Macomb County. There are probably well over 100 projects going on between all the different factions, state, county, local. But in Macomb County, there are going to be 80 projects or $80 million worth of projects that we're working on. And anybody who's looking for specifics on those projects, they can go to a simple website at roads.macombgov.org. Again, that's roads.macombgov.org. You can find out about all the road projects that we're responsible for, Department of Roads, and as well you can sign up for frequent information as to what might be happening on those roads, lane closures, how far we're getting along on those projects. If you just go ahead and log in or try to sign up for that, we will update you on a regular basis of what's happening with the road projects. Now, the importance of this, why we try to get people to realize, we need to slow down. We need to kind of keep an eye out for the road workers while we're dealing with these problems, is everybody wants our roads fixed. But unfortunately, it takes a while to do that. And while it takes a while, there are people out there that are trying to get the job done. Leo's going to talk about the personal side of it, because we always talk about the enforcement side. You can get the fines double and you can get yourself in trouble and get arrested for it. The unfortunate reality is there's a lot of serious injuries. 2021 alone, there were over 5,000 accidents in the state of Michigan in road construction zones. And with that, there were approximately 17 fatalities. So 17 people lost their lives, and 3 of those happen to be road construction workers. And that's what we want to be mindful of. We want people to keep themselves safe in these construction zones, but more importantly, or most importantly, keep our road workers safe. We know there's a lot of impatience and tolerance and trying to get from one place to another, and nobody likes seeing those orange barrels. But that orange barrel basically is progress. We're trying to fix what people really want done, and that's our roads. They want better roads. So we need to figure out how do we have a little bit more patient when we're dealing with that. And some of the tips we talk about: number one, slowing down, avoiding distractions, try to merge sooner. We always have that one person when there's a merge lane that decides to kind of barrel up the right side or the left side to get right to that area where they can cut in on somebody, and then that creates a little bit of road rage with people. And we want them to move over a little bit. When they see people wearing these vests like the ones that Leo and I are wearing, be mindful if they're trying to direct you or give you information as to which way to go, or the signage that might be out there. All of these things are extremely important, but nothing can be more important than your patience, and that's what we're asking for. And I say that because, I repeat myself, it's not about just the enforcement. My former life in law enforcement, writing tickets and citations is one thing, but the worst thing could happen is if you're going to injure or hurt somebody who happens to be a road worker. And again, that's what I want people to focus on. Let's the way we drive in these construction zones, let's bring them home alive. And so with that, Leo kind of wants to talk a little bit about that from the personal aspect. And we did have a tragedy happen here in Macomb County with Zach Morissette. And again, the emotional impact wasn't just borne by Zach and his family. It was about his friends, the people that worked at the Department of Roads. We still carry the thought and that heartache, with the family in the loss of Zach as a result of something that tragically happened here in Macomb County. It resulted in his death. So with that, Leo, if you kind of say a few words on behalf of the road workers.
Yeah. So obviously the cones, the barrels, the signs, most of these things represent headaches or delays for motorists, but what they truly represent is men and women, construction workers working in the roadway to make the roads safe. It's not just about progress in transportation, it's about road worker safety. These workers have families. At the end of the day, every Macomb County road user or every Macomb County worker that's working on a Macomb County road needs to get home safely. It's not just about a road worker sustaining or sustaining the pain of injury, their families feel the pain as well. So we ask that drivers be mindful of the dangers of distracted driving. You know what, obey the commands on the signs. They're there for a reason. They're here to educate you and channel you through the activity area of the work zone where the workers are and the construction equipment is, so you can get through that area safely and the workers can remain safe as well. As Mark mentioned, we had a tragedy last year in Macomb County. You know what? These men and women risk their lives every day. I don't believe that motorists understand how dangerous it is to be out there right now. You can see out right in front of us, I mean, the speed is posted at 40 miles an hour, and I think some are going well above that. So work zones are here to educate the motorists and to make them aware that it's all about the workers and the progress in transportation.
Yeah, so again, be mindful how you drive. Let's keep them alive, and I say that on behalf of all the road workers, whether it's the contractors that are out there or the road workers working for MDOT, your local county road departments, and or these DPWs for local municipalities. And so with that, sure, there are going to be enforcement. People are going to ask that question. Are we going to have the state police, local law enforcement, county sheriff's department in these work zones? Absolutely. And you need to be mindful of that, because the last thing you want is a ticket. You don't need a ticket. You don't need to get pulled over for something like that. Fines double. And we can continue talking about the harsh reality of the fines and costs associated with it. But the harsher reality is, as we mentioned and we keep talking about, is the more emotional side to this. Can you even imagine being involved in an accident where you're causing a fatality of one of these road workers, or even yourself in one of these settings? Having to live with something like that is a tremendous emotional impact, and again, much more costly on your mindset, as well as obviously your pocketbook, for those that are more concerned sometimes about the financial cost. But here in Macomb County, again, as I mentioned, a very aggressive road construction project we have with just Department of Roads, $80 million being spent on some of these projects. You can get that list, as I mentioned before, roads.macombgov.org, and obviously sign up. Just give us your email address and we'll give you the updates on what's happening. Again, this project here on Mound Road, major transformation of a road project. Again, $217 million on one road project alone. And this will continue on throughout the entire season. So we're fortunate, we're kind of a little bit beyond now the pothole season, but now we're full blown into the construction season. We need people to be patient and mindful while they're traveling the road. So this was just kind of a simple press conference we had here. We didn't have all the bells and whistles because we really wanted to focus on just giving people some tips and reminders, that they need to be very mindful how you drive to help keep these road workers alive, and get people to realize these are people, these are humans. They're family, friends, relatives, aunts, uncles. These men and women that are doing the work are trying to do the work you want them to do, and it's fix the roads. But be very mindful and patient as you're traveling down these roads, and let's keep them safe.
Just to mention regarding work zone safety, obviously there's a stationary work zone like this here, closed for a while, long duration. There's a mobile work zone, which our workforce does, patching operations, sweeping operations. So those are considered short-term and mobile work zones. So be mindful of those as well, because you're going to be coming up on them. They're going to be constantly moving. So you're just going to have to be aware of your surroundings and the location of the workers.
All right, thank you very much.